You mentioned Salah. I think we have to pay tribute to what he's done. In recent weeks, we've seen him break the 200-goal landmark record for Liverpool. But for the Premier League itself, I mean, Shearer's top 260. Then it's Harry Kane, Wayne Rooney, Andy Cole, Aguero, Lampard, Henry, Jermaine Defoe, Robbie Fowler in 9th on 162, just one behind Jermaine Defoe, and on 151, overtaking Michael Owen. It's Mo Salah into 10th place. I mean, that is just... I mean, it's remarkable.
So I mentioned David Beckham about how it was difficult playing against him. I'd choose playing against David Beckham over Mo Salah because Mo Salah can hurt you in behind. You know, we saw that ball from Trent, you know, that fantastic 40-yard pass, but still he had to go past his fullback and do a shot that the goalkeeper couldn't save. How many times has he done that? 151 times?
151 times in the league. And we're not counting assists.
No.
Which can be just as important.
And to think Chelsea let him go in his early 20s. Now, maybe he hadn't developed as a player at that particular time, but he had to go away, come back. And he is one of the Premier League greats. You know, quite simply that. I think Liverpool have 5 very good attacking players. But I said at the start of the season, if they let Mo Salah go, he's the one player, the only player that they've got that can guarantee you goals. And I think we've seen that as the season's gone on. So nothing short of sensational. The numbers just don't stop. Even if he's supposedly in a bad patch, it's still a great patch for many. Long may it continue for Liverpool.
Yeah, if you've got Mo Salah on the pitch, you've got half a chance. It's as simple as that. Even when Liverpool haven't been playing well, he's dug them out a couple of times. You know, they're not always as dominant as perhaps we might like to think. The thing that gets me about Salah is just how strong he is. I mean, I've seen him hold the ball up with you know, big defenders behind him, midfielders trying to get round him and get the ball off him, and he just holds them off, keeps hold of the ball, and always retains it. And that's a massive... It doesn't get spoken about because obviously it's the goals that are the most exciting product really from Mo Salah. But it's so important. How many times do you see Alisson get the ball, launch it long from a corner, Mo Salah gets on the end of it, holds it up, and the whole team get up the pitch? He can do everything.
Yeah, and the point about the assists as well, you know, he played a huge part in an assist which should have been a goal for Liverpool to win the game. You know, when Liverpool have broken and he carries the ball and he picks out the little pass, doesn't he, for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who hits the bar when you're expecting him to certainly hit the back of the net. But no, Salah has been sensational for Liverpool. Mourinho was quoted as saying recently that, you know, he didn't let Salah go from Chelsea. Salah felt that there wasn't enough opportunities for him, so he wanted to go so that he could play more football. And you'd have to say the decision that Salah, if that indeed was it, was the correct decision, because look where he's gone.
And that was in an interview with John Obi Mikel, and he talked about De Bruyne as well.
So let me get this right. Jose Mourinho said that I didn't want him to go, but Salah wanted to go because he didn't get the opportunities. Who was the manager at the time? Yeah. You know, and that's Mourinho being typical Mourinho. Yeah. And he obviously a legend as a manager, you have to say, and a Premier League great in himself, but he didn't sit. He wanted ready-made players. Mo Salah wasn't ready-made. He wasn't prepared to wait. But yes, you're right. Maybe he did need to go away to come back. It just made me laugh.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't think anyone at Chelsea is going to put their hand up and say, "Yeah, that was me."
No,
nobody. And for De Bruyne as well. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
No, but football's littered, isn't it, with situations where young players are shown the door. You know, young professionals are deemed, well, it's not going to quite work for you here, and they go and carve out a career somewhere else. It's, you know, it's the toughest part of anybody outside of the playing surface to make those decisions as to who you keep and who you let go and who you bring in. Basically, recruitment, because that is key for any success.
Declan Rice, debate out there.
Do you know what, as well? It's a wonderful story for people in society, not just in football, about having resilience. You've had a knockback. How are you going to come back to it? Well, Mo Salah certainly answered any of his critics he had back then.
Yeah. Just one more quick question on Salah, because I saw a quote from Paul Merson before the game against Man United that Salah's numbers are just astronomical. And you talk about Bukayo Saka being one of the best wingers in the world, but he has never, so far, he's very young, hit the highs of what we've seen from Salah, at least in terms of sheer numbers.
Well, yeah, but I'd probably say that Saka's probably a better player at a similar age than Salah was. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but can he go on and hit those numbers year after year after year? We'll have to wait and see in that one. But, look, I think Saka's an amazing player, I really do. And as I say, I think probably at the age he's at now, he's a little bit ahead of Salah. Still a long way to go to do that come the end of his career.
Yeah.
You need a bit of luck as well, though. I mean, Mo Salah has caught Liverpool at a time when Jurgen Klopp has come in and revolutionised that football club, recruited extremely well, won leagues, Champions Leagues. You need the little bit of luck, you know. You didn't know Klopp was going to walk through the door, so you need that every now and again. It could so easily have been different. You end up going somewhere else.
And staying fit.
Yeah.
Unless you meet Sergio Ramos in a Champions League final. Like, a huge role.
No, it's, you know, being able to get yourself out onto the pitch for the first team week in and week out is a real skill, it's an art, it's a talent. And I think Salah clearly looks after himself. You know, we don't hear anything about Salah particularly outside of football, do we? And I think that's because he's got his head down, he's working hard, he's in the gym, he's home relaxing, he's resting, he's recovering. And it's number one in his life is football.